Let's talk about SoFi and what Cathie Wood has been up to in recent trades. This is SoFi on the monthly chart and big picture levels. You have a monthly buyer's level at $4.50. You can see how it held back in May. Now this level at $8 is a level where price tends to gravitate to. Right, it has served as resistance in the past and continues to serve as resistance. Scrolling down to the weekly chart, if price is going to go higher, not only do we need to see a breach and a close above this resistance band, but we also need to see a close above the short-term down trend line, and we did get that close last week. So the only thing that remains, if price is going to go higher, we need to see a close above, say, the $8.50 level. Now, before we continue with the analysis, let's look at this article. It is coming from Investor Place. Cathie Wood is buying up SoFi stock. Now, this was an intriguing article. You'll see why. So, Cathie Wood has recently been among the busier active managers shifting her portfolio around. Her moves are worth following for growth investors as she picked some of the most precedent mega trends in the past. SoFi has been a stock Wood has bought and sold, but her recent decisions to buy 1.5 million worth of SoFi stock is generating a lot of buzz today. Now here's the confusing part. This is where it gets confusing. However, it's worth noting that Cathie Wood's purchase decision coincided with SoFi's decision to exit the crypto game altogether by the end of the year. In my opinion, they're exiting the crypto game at the wrong time. We are in crypto spring, and you're going to see a lot of retail traders going to these platforms to buy and sell coins like Dogecoin and things of that nature. So when you buy and sell on the platform, that's going to generate fees a la Robinhood. Nevertheless, Wood's various actively managed exchange traded funds have been accumulating shares of SoFi stock for some time, with recent estimates being that her funds now hold more than 1.7 million shares of the fintech company. What's interesting about Wood's recent decision to add to her position in SoFi is how this move coincides with her other transactions as of late. Notably, ARK Invest sold another big chunk of Coinbase stock in a move that appears to choreograph a strategy of shifting away from having too much exposure to crypto and blockchain related companies. Okay, I guess that makes sense, right? Um, and maybe the other reason why she's selling Coinbase, she's raising funds to buy Bitcoin in anticipation of her Bitcoin spot ETF. Another aspect of this transaction I think is worth reflecting, this is the author, on is that the sustained nature of Wood's purchase, with SoFi stock appearing to consolidate around the $7-8 level. Perhaps Cathie Wood views this stock as a longer term hold. If so, value investors and those in this stock for the long term may need solace in these moves. Another reason why she might buy in is because now that student loans are back in effect, you'll see a lot of loan holders having to and want to consolidate, and they may go to SoFi to do that. Nevertheless, let's go back to the charts. And as you can see, you have the selling wicks, you have some buying wicks. Again, as the article mentioned, you got some consolidation. You have the RSI in the weekly chart trending down, but it did form a double bottom. So that tells me that the downside momentum has waned, and which is why you're getting this consolidation. Let's take it down to the daily chart, because the daily chart is going to tell us a lot of more information. All right, so this is the 200-day moving average, the yellow, in which price is above it. So that's a bullish sign. However, you have the 50-day moving average pointing down and starting to kink up, which is good, right? If it kinks down and crosses over and below the 200-day moving average, that would be called a death cross, and that would be a bearish sign. So to end the week, you have sellers just kind of keeping price at bay. I mentioned we need to get above the $8.50 level on the weekly chart if price is going to go higher. You do have some sellers at this $860 level, but that's on the daily chart. And if I was to draw that zone, it would look like this. But again, in terms of automobiles, this would be, say, a motorcycle, and this is a car. And you know what happens if a car and a motorcycle collide, right? Meaning that this should just maybe slow down price for a bit, not a huge reaction, and it should eventually get through that zone. So either Cathie Woods knows something that we don't, or she's staying to her true self and investing for the longer term. Time will tell. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.